We are here to make a new type of news.
New insights, new styles, and new topics every day.
We are News Generation.
Making news just for you. It's Monday, March 11th here in Seoul. I'm Song Yujin filling in for Shin Yan, and you're watching News Generation. Joining me in the studio today is Choi Ji-hee.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday, and Park Ki-hoon.
Thanks for having me.
Now, both are here to speak on behalf of people in their 20s and 30s. Now, as usual, we're going to start with our news feed, which covers different hashtags and news items that have been trending on social media over the past 24 hours. We start with K-pop. HYBE, the management agency of BTS, has revealed the salary of its chairman Bang Si-hyuk for this year. It's actually 1 Korean won, which is around 0.7 US cents. Now, the company says this is to strengthen management responsibility and emphasize its pay for performance philosophy. But the chairman will actually receive a bonus of 980 million won, or $744,000, calculated based on the company's short-term performance and incentive system. Sports. Today, Hwang Seon-dong, the caretaker manager of the men's national football team, will announce the squad for the upcoming 2026 World Cup qualifiers against Thailand. Eyes are on whether Paris Saint-Germain midfielder Lee Kang-in, who had a falling out with Tottenham Hotspur's Son Heung-min, will make the cut. The announcement will be made at a press conference at 11 a.m. today. Moving on the cultural front, the 96th Academy Awards, or the Oscars, are underway at the Dolby Theater in Los Angeles. Now, some of the big questions: will Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer win big? Who will take home Best Actress, with industry insiders leaning towards either Emma Stone in Poor Things or Lily Gladstone in Killers of the Flower Moon? Though no Korean films made the shortlist, Korean-Canadian director Celine Song's Past Lives has earned 2 nominations, and Korean-American Peter Son's Elemental is in contention for Best Animated Feature. Now, so many big movies were premiered last year and they made it to the list. So among this year's nominees, are there any particular films you enjoyed or you resonated with?
Honestly, I feel guilty for not watching many of these films, but I did watch Elemental, which was a very, very fun, entertaining movie. But it's great to see a lot of Korean directors put themselves on the map on a global scale. Celine Song's Past Lives has already won many, many awards and received numerous nominations before the Oscars, which is a great achievement for her debut film.
Of course.
And it's definitely a movie that I really want to watch at the theaters because I believe it was only released last week here in Korea. Yeah, so on the 6th, right? And besides it being a very romantic movie, it also touches upon immigrants' lives, and which I can definitely relate to. And I just hope that, you know, the Korean films do better domestically in the box office as well. But I wanted to ask, did you watch any of these movies?
Well, I actually watched Past Lives a couple of weeks ago before its Korean premiere. Though it wasn't my type of movie, I still thought it was a great movie, and I definitely thought it was worth 2 Oscar nominations.
Oh, nice.
And how about you, Ji? Any movies you watched?
I just watched one. Well, I watched Oppenheimer, and I really enjoyed it. Although I did almost fall asleep just in the beginning.
It was too long.
It was quite long. And in the beginning, I couldn't really focus because I was really tired, not because the movie wasn't fun. And I ended up focusing on it as the movie proceeded. But then I had mixed emotions while watching it because from an artistic point of view, the movie was well made, I thought, and the lead actor, Cillian Murphy, did a great job of playing the character, I thought. But the content of the movie, it explores the background of how nuclear bombs were first created. And so it kind of made me feel sad because it made me think that this was the beginning of all the ongoing nuclear issues in the world today, and partly the reason why we can't really see complete peace in the world. And on a different note, however, it's unfortunate also that no Korean films have made it to the nominees list this year.
Right, so hope we can see Korean films make the nominees list next year. That was our news feed for this Monday. So now we're going to switch gears and move on to our main discussion topic of the day. Now, if we had to choose a keyword that dominated headlines around the world last week, it's got to be cryptocurrency. Why? My AI voice secretary explains.
Last Friday, Bitcoin, the world's main cryptocurrency, hit an all-time high, surpassing $70,000. Watchers say one of the factors behind this rally is the creation of spot Bitcoin exchange trade funds. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission approved 11 spot Bitcoin ETFs in January, allowing ordinary investors to buy and sell Bitcoin through their traditional brokerage accounts without needing to set up a cryptocurrency exchange account. And there is speculation of further price growth with the expected Bitcoin halving next month. Halving reduces the reward for mining new Bitcoin by half, which could lead to an increase in price as investors expect supply to be limited.
So last week's record high by Bitcoin seems to have kind of sparked the renewed interest in cryptocurrency investment. Well, personally, I haven't invested in cryptocurrency before, but I want to ask our panelists, have you ever invested in cryptocurrency? How did you find it? Please share your experience if you have one.
Well, I did. I have experience investing in cryptocurrency. It was over a year ago. I had some Bitcoin, not one whole, but just partial a part of it, and Ethereum and Ethereum Classic as well, all of which were worth half their current value.
Wow.
And I had other altcoins like Solana, but sold them as they plummeted right after I bought them. And at first, I only did day tradings. I invested 10 million won and would sell 2 to 5% of the cryptocurrency when it rose in value by that much. And I used that much money, which was about 200,000 to 500,000 won as pocket money. Yeah. And I tried not to be too greedy with it, you know.
Important.
And according to experts, there is a positive outlook on cryptocurrency as it's expected to reach a new all-time high soon. And I also think that the value of cryptocurrencies will continue to rise going forward. And so I now regret selling all of mine off, and I wish I had left them untouched. And I have also heard that Bitcoin is a good investment for the long term, but it's quite difficult to resist checking on its value every day because people tend to look at it every day just to see how much money they would have earned. Yes. However, I'm considering buying some more this time. Before I can do so, though, I'll have to reactivate my account because it's been closed for quite a while, which I've attempted to do over the weekend, but I couldn't. So I'll try reactivating it again this year. Not this year, this week.
This week. Okay, what about you, Gin? Do you have experience entering the cryptocurrency market?
No, I actually don't, not yet,
like
but
me.
I soon to, I plan to open one very soon. But I do invest in stocks, and I think I will continue to do so. In terms of cryptocurrency, some of my colleagues told me to start, investing in Bitcoin when it first came out into the market. But just like many other people, I was very skeptical as to how reliable this kind of, asset would be. So I guess I missed my chance of jumping on the bandwagon and perhaps, earning a lot of money. But however, as much as it's important to really invest in these kind of things like stocks, cryptocurrency, or even real estate to make more money than you're earning right now, you're always going to be at risk of losing it at the same time. So oppositely to some people who actually earned a lot of money through cryptocurrency, I still have many friends who are in the red, meaning they're at a loss, in the minus. So, and ironically, they continue to invest, hoping for a comeback, which they still haven't, experienced. So I'm on a very different standpoint compared to them. But for me, because investing in cryptocurrency requires, well, personally, I think requires a lot of patience, along with sufficient seed money, like what Chi mentioned, and of course, data analysis. So I think those reasons really held me back from starting. But like I said already, once I start investing, I will start very soon because when the time is right. And I think also, when you invest, timing is also an important key factor to actually earn or lose money. So timing is very important.
So Ji has experience investing and Ki-woon has plans to invest in cryptocurrency. So from this, one of the reasons why we actually chose to talk about this topic today is, I think because cryptocurrency has sort of become a common investment among our generation, Millennials and Gen Zs. So how much of a trend do you think this is? Are there any stats to back this up?
Well, it's a huge trend. And if we take a look at the screen first, there's been a survey. They looked into the proportion of Millennials and Gen Zs who are investing in cryptocurrency. And as you see on the graph, 62.4%, which is a lot. That's the Millennials and Gen Zs taking up the proportion of the total investors of cryptocurrencies. And this is mainly because these younger generations are more accustomed to digital devices and they're very open to accepting new technologies, which makes them less reluctant to cryptocurrencies compared to older generations who may seem very reluctant to accepting new technology, and they're not really knowledgeable in these new kind of things, devices, technologies, whatnot. And MZers who've experienced the boom in both stocks and real estate markets are now seeking to accumulate wealth through investments rather than just relying solely on their labor income.
Right.
And they also believe that investing in cryptocurrency will enable them to grow their assets at a faster and greater rate than other investment methods. And also, they understand that relying solely on labor income will not provide enough financial security for them in the future, including retirement and home ownership. I mean, the government can't take responsibility of our generation's retirement, as we've talked about the pensions issues as well.
Right. Yeah. So basically, some of these economic factors would have caused our generation to become more into cryptocurrency investment. Anything you'd like to add on, Q?
No, I totally agree with what Ji just said. You know, we are living in a world of uncertainty and high cost of living. You know, prices are soaring almost every day with the wars happening all across the world. So I think many MZers have flocked to the stock market, you know, hoping to earn a lot of money in a short amount of time.
Right.
But like I said, it does become a bit of a gamble, especially in the cryptocurrency market, because it's open 24/7, meaning that it's very active and volatile at the same time. So people think, oh, I can make a lot of money in a short amount of time, but that's not always the case, because once it turns into kind of like a gambling kind of method, you'll end up losing a lot of money. And you know, also, you know, there are high hopes that there will be interest rate cuts from the Federal Reserve throughout this year. So that obviously encourages more people to invest. And I guess you know, Bitcoin owners will probably hope to, you know, have the prices go up even more for a higher return.
Right. So investors have all these kind of hopes when they enter the cryptocurrency market. But as we all know, there are always two sides to everything, particularly when it comes to investment. It's important to consider what kind of risk factors there are. So could you tell us what some things we should be mindful of when investing in cryptocurrency?
Well, as we all know, cryptocurrencies are very volatile. I mean, their value can rise and fall without any limit just within a day. And also, not all cryptocurrencies are trustworthy or have a solid foundation, which is why many have invested in them blindly and lost money due to their unpredictable nature as well. And in some cases, people have lost half or even more of their most of their investment, causing sudden psychological stress and even mental like panic attacks. And there have been cases where young people, the Millennials and Gen Zs, who were quite pessimistic about their financial situation and relied on cryptocurrencies, they've lost a lot during the downtrend of these currencies and have made extreme choices like committing suicide.
Right.
So therefore, it's really essential not to rely solely on what others say.
Of course.
Don't trust them and do your own research. And also, it's crucial to avoid investing all your money into it, because you never know what's going to happen. And you can just lose all your money in just a single day even.
Right, so never go all in and always do your research. Now, what are your thoughts on this, Keith?
Yeah, like you said, there are two sides to every coin, including a Bitcoin. Sorry. So anyway, so during the pandemic, when the interest rate was very low, sorry about that, you know, we saw many cases of young people borrowing money from the bank to invest in stocks and even cryptocurrency. But, you know, they ended up in a lot of debt and not being able to pay back. So they ended up, you know, applying for debt restructuring, which is not the best thing you want to do at a young age.
Right.
And this phenomenon was called bitu, meaning taking out a loan to invest in something. So, and I'm sure all these people who took these loans and who are in debt right now are pretty much regretting what they did back then. So I think it's really good to invest as much as you're actually willing to lose, which is obviously easier said than done. And also do your study, like what Chi said, before investing, and kind of make it into a long-term investment and focus more on the current job you have right now, because the more you focus on like cryptocurrency or stocks, you may end up losing your job you have right now.
Yeah, ironically.
Let's cherish what we have now.
Right. So now we also asked our viewers whether millennials and Gen Zs, where they live, are also into cryptocurrency investment. Now here's what 3 of them had to say. So when we first look at the comments, starting from Giselle, so many people around me discuss cryptocurrency as a main means of investing these days. We discuss stocks and real estate often too. And Benny says, for me, we did try to do cryptocurrency in a game, but sadly not anymore because in fact it's a really hard struggle to earn a lot. Leon says Singapore is known for its tech-savvy population and the MZers are particularly comfortable with digital tools and online platforms. Also, the rise of social media influencers promoting cryptocurrency and the potential for high returns can also be contributing factors to this trend. So when we look at this, we can definitely see that cryptocurrency investment is actually a fever in other parts of the world among the younger generation. So we're now going to expand our discussion and include a business expert in our talks. We'll be right back, so stay tuned. Right, today we're joined by Professor Tae Sang-mi, Professor of Business Administration at Ewha Women's University in Seoul. Welcome, Professor Tae, to the show.
Good morning.
Thank you for joining us, Professor. Now, our first question is, from an expert's point of view, why do you think cryptocurrency has gained popularity, particularly among millennials and Gen Zs?
The popularity of cryptocurrency among millennials and Gen Zs can be attributed to several key factors. Millennials and Gen Z is the first generation to grow up with the internet and digital technology as an integral part of their lives. So this popularity makes the digital currencies more appealing to them compared to older generation. In addition, the rise of social media has played a significant role in the popularity of cryptocurrencies. Platforms like Twitter, Reddit, and YouTube have communities that share information, investment tips, and foster a sense of belonging among cryptocurrency investors. Also, there are lots of stories of significant gains from early investments in cryptocurrencies that have been widely shared and celebrated, and particularly on social media. So this has created a FOMO effect among younger people who are eager to participate in what they see as an opportunity for quick financial success. So the popularity of cryptocurrencies among millennials and Gen Z is driven by a combination of their comfort with digital technology, attraction to the potential for high returns, and the value of autonomy, privacy, and global interconnectedness.
Right. So with the price of Bitcoin surging, though, are there any concerns about overheating with this cryptocurrency?
Yes, when the price of Bitcoin or any cryptocurrency surges rapidly, there are several concerns related to the heating in the market, which can have both short-term and long-term implications. The rapid surges in price often lead to increased volatility. While volatility can offer opportunities for profit, it also increases the risk of losses, especially for inexperienced investor who may enter the market during a surge hoping for quick gains. In addition, a significant concern is the formation of speculative bubbles. When the price increases is not supported by underlying fundamentals, but rather by speculative buying, there is a risk that the bubbles may burst, leading to sharp correction in price. This only affects investors caught in downturn, but can also have broader market implications. Furthermore, the governments and the financial authorities might implement new regulations or enforcement action impacting the market dynamics and potentially cooling investments in the market. In addition, in a rapidly surging market, the potential for market manipulation increases. This includes practices like a pump and dump scheme, where the price is artificially inflated to attract investors before the orchestrators sell off their holdings, causing the price to crash. Also, accessibility for average investor can be, as a price surge, the barrier to enter increase for average investors. It's potentially limiting the accessibility of Bitcoin to broader audience and concentrating holdings among earlier investors or those with more significant capital.
Professor, thank you very much. As we're seeing more millennials and Gen Zs investing in virtual assets, what measures do you think are necessary to protect them? Very shortly.
Safeguarding millennial and Gen Zs and crypto investment involves a combination of education, regulation, and the promotion of best practices within the cryptocurrency industry. So, enhanced financial literacy program is important. In addition, teach younger investors about the risk management strategies such as diversification, and setting stop loss orders, these things. And the most important role is in the government and financial regulatory bodies. They should work to develop clear, fair regulation that protect investors from fraud and the market manipulation. And fraud awareness and reporting mechanism is important safeguard as well. So increase awareness about the prevalence of scam and fraudulent scam within the cryptocurrency market. And then provide the resources and easy-to-use channel for reporting suspected fraud and a market prompt action to investigate and address reported issues. And the most important part is advise younger generation to use established reputable cryptocurrency exchanges market and wallets that prioritize that think they important user security and have a track record of dealing with the security breaches effectively.
All right, thank you so much, Professor Tae. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
So unfortunately, we're running out of time. So I want to ask one of you guys, wrapping up our discussion today, did your thoughts or your plans on cryptocurrency change? Who wants to go?
I think Chi wants to go.
No. Well, just quickly, I was going to say a few words. Just don't be greedy. And I think day trading is a lot safer.
How about you, Q? Any plans?
I'll keep it very short. Easy come, easy go.
Right, it's easy come, easy go, everyone. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today, but we'll be here every day from 9:30 to 10 a.m. Korea time, bringing you more topics young people are talking about. Special thanks to Choi Ji-hee.
Thank you.
And Park Ki-hoon.
Always a pleasure.
This was Song Yujin filling in for Shin Yeon. Thank you everyone so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. We are News Generation.